Hi, Mike from the Fulcrum back at you with a thought for the day. Have you ever had one of those moments where memory flashes into your head right out of the blue for no particular reason that makes you wonder why? You know, ancient cultures used to believe this was the work of the Muses, influences, minor gods that would give you inspiration to do great things, write novels, go on grand adventures, that kind of thing. Well, I had one myself this morning. Years ago, when I was just a kid, I was probably about 8 years old. Where I grew up was on the outskirts of a large city. Uh, our subdivision was basically the last one before you hit farmland. So right up till I was a teenager, our subdivision was surrounded by dairy farms, orchards, open fields, old barns to explore, and wetlands. We had one area we used to call the swamp, about 3-4 miles from my place, and we used to hike up through there and camp up through there, build little campfires and bake beans and wieners. And we could either hike or we could hop on our bikes and go. But when I went wandering around myself, I had to go down the end of the street where the farmlands began and our subdivision ended. And right near the end there was a home. The people there, their grandfather lived with them. Now, if I remember correctly, he was Dutch and didn't speak any English. But I would routinely see him heading out. He'd have rubber boots on, big pail, a spade, and off he'd go, wander off through the countryside. You'd see him come back and he'd have pails of wildflowers, possibly herbs, cattails, pheasant feathers, you name it. But one thing I always noticed about this man was it was very rare not to see him have a smile on his face and a distant look in his eye. I realize now that he was quite happy in his solitude and he was doing what he enjoyed doing. Possibly wandering around in the marshlands here in Canada remind him of his youth in Holland. Who knows? But that memory flashed back into my head, seeing him walk by me and smiling, saying hello in Dutch, and off he would go. I look at myself now. Other than the fact I'm not Dutch, I'm that man. I routinely go off into the marshes with a bucket, a spade, and I pick wildflowers, elephant grass, wander about, pick wild strawberries and grapes. And occasionally, well, there's no pheasant around here, but I'll find raven feathers. So, I guess things kind of come full circle. It was, I guess in a way, my own private muse telling me that enjoy what you found. Pay attention to smiling people. People that have a genuine, honest smile probably have one for a reason. Whatever they're doing, their life brings them joy. However odd or simple it might seem to one of us, what they're doing, to them it has meaning. And that's the important thing. Find out what has meaning for you. So I guess what one could say about all this is it's not so much the muses, but pay attention to people that appear to be enjoying their life and watch what they're doing. It might apply to your own life as well. And hopefully, it won't take almost 60 years for you to come to that conclusion. I'm thinking now, I often wonder what happened to that old gentleman. I moved away from the area when I was about 15. But that's one beautiful thing about memories. They're photographs in time. And every now and again, one will snap in your brain, just like a 3D photograph. So what happens to you? Take a moment, sit down, and think, why am I having this memory? Does it apply to what's going on right now? Is it an answer to some question I've been pondering on for a long time? And maybe you've just spotted someone that looks similar to a person in your memories. Who knows? But as usual, think clearly, breathe deep, and enjoy your day. If you enjoy my videos, like and subscribe. And share them on with friends if you like. This is Mike on the Trail.